Welcome back to Supremely Black Podcast. This is your host, D Rose. Now, we're going back to Alabama to talk about a very devastating story from Jawan Dallas, and his family is seeking $36 million in damages due to his death. I want you to check out this video. I found it actually after doing some research on what's really been going on in Alabama, especially after the Michael Washington incident that is still under review. Check out the video and let me know what you think.
An amount of $36 million.
After months of calling for justice, the fight continues for the family of Jawan Dallas.
Jawan was 36 years old. He was taken from his family too soon because Jawan Dallas had destiny. He had a life. He had plans.
The family's legal team listed the city of Mobile and the two officers involved in Jawan Dallas's death as defendants, identifying the officers as John Doe 1 and John Doe 2.
We've seen the names. We've seen the officers. We've seen the video. One of the things that we have requests for the city files to release the files, investigation files, or at minimum the incident report. The response was the names was blotted out. They were not in there. So it's still on the city to be transparent.
And according to civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, that's what it's all about, transparency.
The chief knows that there's a video that shows everything that transpired, but he has been disrespectful to the citizens of Mobile to say that he doesn't trust them to be able to be objective and view that video and determine if those officers acted inappropriately and engaged in excessive force leading to the death of this young man.
That body camera video has been at the front of the Dallas family's effort since July. They were allowed to view it privately in November, but it was not released to the public. Now they plan to make sure that happens personally.
Today, we have federal subpoena power. We don't need to ask them anymore. We have just the same subpoena power that we can demand it from them. They have to give those to us. So the video, the files, everything's forthcoming.
Last month, a grand jury found the officers not criminally liable for Dallas's death. And Crump says the district attorney's office has closed its investigation as well. But with the lawsuit now on the books, they hope to get a trial date sooner rather than later.
One of the noted things that Mr. Dallas said while he was being assaulted was, I don't want to be like George Floyd. Instead of our victims saying, I don't want to end up like the last victim, we want our officers saying, I don't want to end up like Derek Chauvin. I don't want to end up in prison for the rest of my life.
I had a chance to review the video. Just let me know your thoughts now. So the officers that they did not name, they said that there was John Doe 1 and John Doe 2. They were not charged for anything. They said that it was due to Mr. Dallas having underlying health issues and drugs that actually resulted to his death, right? We've seen this story before. We've heard this before, right? Now, the family is looking for justice, as they should. Now, they're looking for $36 million, as I mentioned before the video had started. I just want to know your thoughts. It's because to me, it seems as if this happens all across the world. Don't get me wrong, but it seems that in Alabama that there is a lack of respect for people, and they will use excessive force, and they will also plant evidence on people that they arrest and trying to, either make their numbers look good or look as if that they are really helping crime. To me, it seems that there needs to be a further investigation by the Alabama Bureau of Investigation on their local departments. As we've seen with Michael Washington out of Reform, Alabama, this is a very similar situation. An entire story was created about why he was stopped, and once they actually come out with the facts, we will know that that's not true. But with Jawan Dallas, them not being charged for anything and saying there was an underlying health issue, I mean, if you dig into that, I think that's kind of like a cover-up. Because you could say anybody has an underlying health issue that could lead to their death if they were tased multiple times. I mean, you're sending voltage through somebody's body, eventually their body is going to tap out. Then to say drug use, we've heard this story before, right? So let me know your thoughts. My prayers and thoughts goes out to Jawan Dallas and his family as they seek closure, because you will never get that person back. And I hope that they do get the justice that they do deserve. And we really start to look and see what's really going on in these departments that have these officers that aren't just fit for duty. As always, long live CC. I'm out.